I was muted. All right, now I'm not muted. Yeah, now I can hear, I think. Is anybody out there? All right, well, that was weird. I could hear myself on the delay. So, is anybody there? Can you hear me, Brad, right now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? So, I have not done a live stream. George, can you hear me? Oh, man. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Anybody? 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 Nope. Can you hear me now? Ah, hell's bells. Can anybody hear me? Okay, you hear me. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Sorry, I have not done a stream in so long that I could not. Nah, I couldn't figure. I'm gonna try to start doing these more often. I really enjoy these. Thanks for coming in, all of y'all. I really do like these. So, but yeah, what I was gonna show off is just gonna. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I've just been lazy. But I did a huge Sportlots box order, and that's where you buy and you have them send to Sportlots in Wisconsin, and then at whatever time you want, you have them shipped to you. So you do have two shipping costs, but a lot of sellers will, like Mike Summer offers a serious discount to send to the Sportlots box. So overall, I definitely saved some money. And then the other thing it accomplished was I didn't have all these tiny little orders coming in all the time. So I just figured I would kind of go through this and show off some of the stuff I bought. See if anybody wanted to chat. I've got 3B collection up there. He's going to be on at 8 p.m. Eastern with his live stream with Brad, Texas Card Dude. I'm definitely going to be done before that, but I'm trying not to be on too long. I took I took Mrs. Bean to get her second shot for the COVID immunization today, and she's not feeling real well. So, hey George, I told you we'll do that. We can definitely do that. Open that mail for you. Okay. All right. So, I guess let's start going. I've kind of got these separated by different orders. So, like I said, a lot of these they do like free shipping to the box or just very reduced shipping because they're shipping multiple people's stuff at once. So sometimes you're paying for two cards, you're paying like 20 cents or 30 cents. So if you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend it. Herm, what's going on? Scotty, everybody? I'm sure I missed somebody. But yeah, my wife got the first one a few weeks ago, and it was really just, her arm was sore. But today, she had done some research, and I guess and then she talked to her mom and her mom's neighbors. They got it, and they didn't feel well for like 48 hours, and it didn't take her an hour today before she started not feeling well. So, I don't want to be on here super long tonight. But yeah, that's what I got to look forward to because I'll probably be getting my first here in the next couple of weeks. So, yeah, so let's just start getting to it. Just show you some mail. I appreciate y'all coming in and let's rock and roll. I mean, come on, it's me, Dale Earnhardt. I think I got those like this one. I've got a couple of these, but I think I bought these for like 18 cents. I started buying this stuff back in the spring and I didn't ship it until probably sometime in December. So they, like I said, they hold it that long and then you just pay that shipping charge and you're good to go. So it's going to be a lot of basketball. So if y'all don't like basketball, definitely understand if you don't hang around. So we got some Barclays here, and I bought in a lot of these cases. If they were cheap, I bought a lot of them just so I could kind of have some of the better, keep some better conditioned ones. Bunch of J-Dub white chocolate. So those were all in one order. Let's get in here. So I bought these before The Last Dance, but I picked up a bunch of Jordans for, under $1. Some of them were as cheap as like maybe 20 cents. There's multiples of that one. But yeah, I was picking those up super cheap. I thought I'd ship them home sooner, but also if and when I start setting up a card shows again, put them in my $1 box or $2 box. Hey, you never know, there might be some wrestling in here, so don't get too excited over there. Some more Earnhardts. What's up, Victor? Good to see you. Earnhardts, Gordons. Again, same thing. When I'm setting up at shows, what I want to do is I want to pare down what I got. I've got some stuff on consignment with DMN on Twitter, and then I'm going to start, I'm probably going to start doing another consignment with JT maybe, because he will do consignment on eBay. Sportflix. Love Sportflix back in the day. I got this one just because it was cheap. I'd definitely like to get more of them, but they're a little pricey, so I haven't really focused on those. What we got here? Another Dale. Praise hell, praise Dale. Yeah! Can't believe it's, 20 years. It's 20 years this year, and I still remember it. I was like watching the end of the race. I was late to work that day. I was in college at the time, but I ended up being late to work because I had to watch the end of the race. I thought Dale had a chance to win, and man, I saw it. I went to work. I was working at Walmart. I was in college, and one of the greeters up front always brought his radio, and he was a sports guy, and he was actually the one that, I saw the wreck, but I had to boogie to work, and he was the one that told me. Not only that, but I was a cashier. So that night, after Dale Earnhardt died, I had some asshole come through my line. He had pulled every Earnhardt off the shelf. And, of course, I'm in West Virginia, so I'm making fun of him, some piece of white trash redneck. He's like, if I can't make 4 times what I'm paying for these, I'm bringing them back. God, I want to reach across the counter and punch him in the face. Some Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s, again, at card shows have a little mix, but I'm only looking for like Junior and Gordon, guys like that, just to set up. But I ain't setting up at any shows for a while, and those pictures from the show this weekend here were madness. It was a little ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't rip any of that archive stuff, but I did think those things it was super cool. I'm not as big a fan of the movie as some people, but I definitely enjoy watching it sometimes. So I got another Barkley. I must have got that for 18 cents because I've got them turned different. So like that was one card in the order. This was one card. Oh, a Russ Davis for my super collection. Yeah, a lot of people, with their mask pulled down. I went and this I got for TTM. He was actually at the card show this weekend. Yeah, Aaron Holiday. Just picked that up cheap. I think this I picked up on an auction because I go through the Sportlots auctions as well. These two literally I got for a quarter on an auction. He just had a horrible listing. It just said LeBron, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. So I got them for a quarter plus like $1 shipping to the Sportlots box. Yeah, it was definitely disgusting seeing what was going on. Some LeBron. Again, a lot of this stuff's, I picked these up cheap. Like I think the Vladdies may have come in a lot. It looks like they came in a lot with Eloy. But yeah, just to turn around and move those. Yeah, and I help with the Dallas Card Show Twitter account. And yeah, obviously I see all of the people tagging and stuff. And yeah, they were definitely taking a social media beating. I love this one. Burke just actually sent me one of these. I believe it was Burke. But I love this. The Air Club for Men. Pretty, I don't even know what the word were as cute, but some more J-dubs for my collection. But yeah, I'll probably keep some of the better ones and then, move the others. These I got on auction. Sportlot auction's pretty cheap. A Soto Gold, numbered out of 2020. Then a couple of the Independence Day parallels. I mean, I know they're not the top guys, but I know that a lot of people are doing the team sets, and of course they're only numbered to 76, and then this one is 17 of 76. So, pretty awesome. Yeah, I was at the November show too, but it was so busy that Friday. I went because JT had come down and Jeremy IPTTM had come up for the show. And so that was the reason I went. But yeah, my anxiety, I don't have a ton of anxiety, but yeah, it was no bueno for me trying to, I couldn't, just everybody was up on everybody. I like to sit down and go through some boxes when I can, but there is just no chance in hell that was happening. Barclays, I think those are the Slamland. Yeah, I love those as a kid. Shiny, super shiny Barkley. Yeah, like I said, I probably got these for these Jordans. I don't think I bought anything that was over $1, but it was before that one's scratched up pretty bad. But oh well, what are you gonna do? I'm not a condition whore when it comes to my personal collection. I mean, if I'm putting out a lot of money, yeah. So for those of you that don't know, that Jordan, I've talked about it, on many places, but so I was born in Birmingham and had a lot of family there. So the year that he was playing in Birmingham, we decided to get out there to one game, and I was actually in the stands the night Jordan hit his first home run. So I've always had just a little bit of an affinity for the cards of him with the Birmingham Barons. I don't know, I might have paid over $1 for that, the old Players Club. Oh boy, that's scratched up to hell. But what are you going to do? Like I said, it's PC, and in a lot of cases, if they were cards that I really wanted, I bought multiples across different sellers. Not a fan of Barkley in his Rockets uniform, but sometimes if they're cheap. Hey, what's up, Bert? Beam Team, Jordan, Kevin Johnson, Rodman. Again, like I said, these were pretty cheap because I picked them up before The Last Dance. Old Stadium Club, like acetate. I do not remember those from the day, back in the day. I think those are the McDonald's Jordans. But yeah, thanks everybody for stopping in. Love these cards. That design, I didn't like it at the time, but as I've gotten older, kind of that neon sign look, pretty sharp. All right, what do we got? Maybe the ugliest basketball set ever created. I mean, I'm sure there's some other uglies, but that 91 Fleer was bad. 91 Fleer was bad across the board, the sports. I mean, they had the yellow border on the basketball. They had the green border on the football. Yeah, they were hot garbage. I'm just going to go with it. They shit canned whoever by the next year. Jordans. Obviously, somebody had a whole bunch of Jordans. These black diamonds. I actually, later on, got some more of these in a Sportlots auction. So I may keep a group of them, and then the other ones I'll put in my boxes for shows. Yeah, it was, and like I said, none of them were super expensive, but I knew that The Last Dance was coming, so I bought them. I bought them before you started to see the spike. I did a good job. I felt like I did a good job too. I started picking them up on ComC, and I flipped and made so much money on that stuff. Just flipping those old '90s base cards because everybody went nuts. And then I didn't have a whole lot left, but I actually sold 3 more of them the other day. 95 Fleer. I know a lot of people love that, or hate that, but I actually absolutely love those across all sports, and that's what I miss. I loved when there were certain designs and they would go across all 4 sports. Fleer did it here, and then like Upper Deck would do it with Collector's Choice, and like I think it's the 95-96 Collector's Choice I really liked. Slam dunks, man, those were hot that year and then that was the Shaq rookie year. Everybody had those cards at South Junior High School. Predictors were so much fun. Predictors, and the Crash the Game cards. Well, what you do with Sportlots is you have to pay each seller, and you have to pay their shipping. But a lot of them offer cheap shipping to the box. You can ship them to the box, and they will hold it all. And then whenever you decide to request shipment, you pay a second shipping, but then they will ship them to you. Like I said, with a lot like Mike Summers' page, he gives us a serious shipping discount, so I probably save money, in the long haul. So somebody was complaining about wrestling. This was an auction I won, so I can't wait. I'm going to break into one of these on a Throwback Thursday. Might even do that today or tomorrow and record the video. I need to start getting those Throwback Thursdays again. They don't get a lot of views. I guess they bore a lot of people, but I enjoyed them, doing some old stuff. So these were just some other Sportlots auctions I got real cheap. Basically what I'd do is I'd find somebody, a seller that, they do like $4 for the first card and then like 25 cents for every card after that. So just picking up some things. A lot of these were for me to send out for Christmas, but I didn't get this. I guess I requested it right after Christmas or something. So yeah, many do the free shipping to the box. But yeah, a lot of those were supposed to be. I know some of y'all that are in here got some stuff from me in December, and that was supposed to be part of it. So these I picked up off seller because I'd seen, I don't remember on which channel, but I had seen that Bobby Jones signs through the mail, and I think he only signs one per, so I'll have to send all four. But I love that old set. So that was what those were for. Maybe I'll get back to my TTMs eventually. What we got here? Barkley, Jordan, Flair. I love old school Flair. Man, this light my wife gave me for Christmas is awesome. These things are showing up so much better than they did before. Because I had this room has overhead lighting, which I hate anyway. But it just does not do well, as y'all probably know, off of sleeves. So a whole bunch of these one-on-ones. Had a whole bunch of those back in the day. Those came in like the little Walmart 97-cent like cello packs. It was like 6 cards for 97 cents, and you got one per pack. I definitely remember those. Barkley Topps Gold. These, I actually think I have like a poorly graded one of these that I got on eBay super cheap. But it's coming. You're on vacation. Yeah, whatever, George. We'll make it happen whenever it gets here. No worries on my end. All right. Pick up another stack. Dun, dun, dun. More for the Super Collection, for the Super Collectors group. I did need that one. I can't remember. I can't even tell what that is with my glasses. If that's like an artist proof or something. Basic Topps Chrome. And then I just bought every one this guy had of the 93. The 93 SPs. We know that those are, it's a pretty iconic set. Definitely not the Yankee you won if you're opening packs now of it, but Chrome Refractor Russ Davis. We got here just a one card. I'm sure the guy sent an SASE. Jed Jerko from my hometown. Andy played at West Virginia, numbered out of 66. Thanks for joining us, Ron. I love this set. These have this weird, it's not a gloss, but it's like a mirrored, I don't even know how you kind of explain it, this weird finish on them. And I think they did something like that, Upper Deck did in baseball too, but those have just always been beautiful cards to me. I won these in a Sportlots auction thinking that they were like his regular card. Oopsie. But, what are you going to do? More Russ Davis. A gold, I think I got that for like 50 cents. Man, those things were tough to pull if you were collecting back then. You remember how tough those were. This was one of the few minor league cards left I needed of him. Then the old 93 Bowman foil. Wondering if my wife went outside to look at birds, even though she's not feeling well. She had just gotten up from a nap right before I started. Fleer Metal. I love this Fleer Metal set. This is one of my favorites. I know everybody loves the next year with the Marvel and all that, but I'm not in, or I guess 2 years later, but I'm not into all that Marvel stuff. But yeah, this was definitely my favorite of the Fleer Metal sets from back in the day. Bobby Sura. Yeah, that was my boy back in the day. Was one of the guys I collected. I think these slam dunks are a little tougher to come by. Barkley starting lineup. What we got here? A whole bunch from one seller. See, I mean, you've seen that card before, but I just, I was picking them off as cheaply, the cheap ones that I could, because I figured even if I put them in a dollar box at a card show, eventually any of those Jordans will sell for $1. Some Shine, Walk of Fame, Jason Williams. Yeah, the Collector's Choice Golds were all, they're super tough. And then in the 1 year, the Platinum Players Club. They had the Players Club and then the Platinum Players Club. And I just cannot believe how cheap those Platinum Players Clubs are, because across all sports, I'm sure I bought a dozen boxes of that stuff, packs at a time, not full boxes, but I never pulled a Platinum Players Club. But in the 95 Collector's Choice, I did pull the Gold Signature Marshall Faulk rookie, which was one of the best pulls I've ever had, considering what it was worth at the time. But I traded it and like a full 2-row box of stuff back in the early 2000s for a Jim Brown rookie. Probably did not make out on that trade, but what are you gonna do? These I think I just picked off. Oh, I just picked those off somebody that had these for like 18 cents. Because I think I was buying some other stuff he had. Like, I think it was this Giannis was what I think these might be a guy that's on Twitter. I think I actually know who I bought those from. Is Comcy ever going to get back to normal? Yeah, well, that would be swell, because I will say that it's definitely hindered. I'm sorry, but anybody that doesn't think it has hurt sellers is crazy. My sales slowed way down. So this was an auction. But the last card is the one I actually bought it for. These aren't in super good condition or anything, but some Dwight Goodens. But what I bought it for was this bad boy right here. The old Elite Series. I never owned any of these Elite Series cards until I think about a year ago. I got one off my buddy Jason. And then I found this. I want to say I paid for this lot. I paid like $3 or $4. But just to be able to say that I have one of those Elite Series is pretty awesome to me, because I've been collecting nonstop since '87 and never had one. I still buy a little bit of stuff on ComC, but I'm just not shipping it anytime soon. I'll just keep sitting on it until they get somewhat, air quotes, back to normal. Jerry Glanville XFL card. I bought that for TTM purposes. Same thing with June Jones. Terrence Garvin played football at West Virginia. Bob Stoops did that one for TTM purposes as well. Just a cheap Zeke. I don't like these My House cards, but I know they're popular. I must have got them for a good price. This was for, I was working on certain colors of the team set of the Mavs from last year, but I'll probably end up never finishing any of those because the Lucas are just stupid price. Sure, like I said, a lot of these, I'm sure I just got these because they were like 18 cents, 25 cents. I was like, okay, well, I can, get $1 out of them. Sure, I bought that for JT. I'm sure he's got it, but I probably got it for 18 cents. Yeah, if you're not on Sportlots already, I recommend checking it out. Or you know what? I think a lot of this stuff right here was in a lot. Like I got this lot of Tatis cards here. I want to say for like $5. That's the metallic foil. $5, $7, something like that is what I got all those Tatis cards for, plus the shipping. But that was what I won the auction for. I think it might have been right after the season ended. So you know how it is. Things get just a little bit cheaper right after the season. Dale, shiny Dale. Needed that. Needed these Russ Davises for my collection. This one here, I have bought one of these on Sportlots before, and it had red Sharpie in the same exact spot. I'm thinking I bought this off the same damn guy, and all of the whatever, they've got red marks on them. Pisses me off. 18 cents, but that's not the point. These were all ones I picked up for TTM purposes because, you know, I'm passively working on the 55 All-American set. I'm about a little over 2/3 of the way there, I think. But I just love the design and everything about it. So some more Tatis. I won in a cheap auction. Hell, those may have been with that other group. Some of those Tatis are like $40. I had no idea. I know I paid less than 10 for that entire lot because I went through checking this in and I was looking at what I paid on some stuff like these Lux. I think I paid like, I think this Lux was mixed in with some other guys. There's like a Bo. Scotty's still here. I got that Bo Bichette opening day. In this opening day lot, I think I won for like $2 or $3. I think I paid like $3 for these Lewis's. I know that they're, you know, his cards have dropped a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I just got them super cheap. I'm giving away my secrets now. Gonna have more competition over there. Some of y'all gonna go start trying to raise the prices on me. Although I haven't seen a ton lately. Here you go, Brad. Picked up these Solax super cheap, just knowing I could, you know, put a buck or two on them at the local card show. Same thing with this. I think I got that for like $0.25. Oh, there's another Mickey refractor. What do you know? Oh, this was a. I thought I bought a Tim Duncan lot a while back. But no, those must have been singles I bought. Again, just super cheap, knowing I could reprice them. Just make a little on. I paid like $1 or $1.50 for that Tyler Hero. I think that's like a $15 card, or at least it had gotten up there at some point. Yeah, said I didn't pay a lot for most of these, so. This one here came in this is one order. You know what? I think this order is from Mike Summer. Just picking up a bunch of Trouts, show boxes, Gallo. That's like what, the missing nameplate or something like that. A bunch more Trouts. I probably paid more like $0.25, 30 cents for those, but I mean they should. You know, you shouldn't be able to get a Trout for less than $1. John Means. Yeah. Yeah, if you can find it. But, I mean, I spent, like, the better part of a Saturday and just bought so much stuff in, like, one Saturday. Gallo Refractor. Acuna Naturals, Lumber and Leather. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these all came from Mike. Another Means. I must have got these Means for like 18 cents. Because I think I have all of those already, but at 18 cents I wasn't. He does mean business. I hope he means a little bit more business this year than what his numbers were last year. So I am going to try to stream a little bit more often. It's fun if, you know, you get a few guys in here and we can chat. Actually, so many of y'all in here, it's a little tough for me to keep up with it. It's Bobby Sir. I want to go through and, you know, get most of the Suras I had as a kid. There you go. You can see I bought so many of those Barclays Sir rookie. Love that metal. LeBron, the bitch. Chocolate. Luca. Like I said, card show stuff. You know, I can throw it in should be able to throw these up for like $1. Dale's a little beat up, but you know, what are you going to do? Said Earnhardt Jr.'s, I mean, he's just got like a Darryl Whitmore, played at my alma mater. Yeah, I thought I had a Topps Gold, so it must have just been like an 18 cents, and I'm just like, yeah, at that point, I'll just take the damn thing. And what we got here? This I picked up because I know a couple of Pacers fans. I think I got this. I mean, it's not obviously anybody. It's a stud, Brandon Rush, but yeah, 3-color autograph. I think it's numbered at $3.99. So I just picked that, and I'm gonna send that to. I think it's IndyCard guy on Twitter. We talk a lot. He and I talk a lot of basketball. I don't have a whole lot of guys to talk basketball with, but he's always been a basketball collector, so he knows a lot of stuff that I got no idea about. Jason Williams. Kobe. Slight little ding there, but again, for what I paid for any of these, I ain't stressing it. I'm not gonna continue doing like mail days like I was. I don't like sitting here holding stuff. So mail days may be more going forward. They may be more based on stuff I get from other YouTubers, so that I can say thank you. Or yeah, I've got a couple of old ComC mail days. We're talking like a year plus old that are still sitting in boxes. I may go through those one Monday just for spits and giggles. Again, Stanton's one of those guys that I would have in my show boxes. You know, probably about 20 baseball players. So I picked those up. Ichiro, Refractor, Hanley Ramirez. I don't know why I picked that up. Probably numbered out of 99. I probably got that for like a quarter. Pence actually, Hunter Pence is actually from Arlington where I live and went to the high school my stepson graduated from, and actually I have a bunch of stuff of his on ComC. I was just going to do a run of his refractors just as something to do and all of that. Okay, so that Kemp's numbered out of 99. Again, it's probably a seller that had like a fee, and then it was like the card I literally won it for a quarter, and it was like a quarter per card extra, so I got them for 50 cents. Just like I can send them to somebody if they, you know, they're not anybody that's going to sell. I got to know somebody. Bonnie Gallardo, some kind of gold refractor, numbered out of 199. You know, Astros, obviously Jeremy IPTTM's an Astros fan, so he might be into that. All right, well, we're halfway through I've got an almost full 2-row box. We're halfway through that, and then I got like a 500 count box. I literally bought 500 cards off one guy. Got these Barkley Star cards. They're a little beat up, but I got them super cheap. They'll look real nice in a binder. When I need to get me a Z Folio to dedicate to him. I want to get one of the purple ones, but there's not a whole lot of them right now, and they're super expensive. So I'm trying to color code the players as best as I can. So at least when I have 30 of them on the shelf, I can say, okay, well, at least I know Barkley's in purple and Jason Williams is in purple because of the Kings. So hopefully I can at least narrow down what I'm doing. So this is lots of these old minor league team sets. There's a lot of people that have some of these singles on ComC, and they've got them for like $3, $4. So I just buy them, send them to ComC, you know, pay my 30 cents if that ever comes back again, and then just sell them for like $1.97. Or if there's a whole bunch on there, I just put them on for 75 cents. And some of you have probably seen the Throwback Thursdays I do, and I have opened some of these old team sets. There you go. Greenville 87 set. There you go, Herman. All right, guys. So I know not all of you are into WWE, but I want to know what people think of the artwork on those WWE Living Set cards, numbers 1 and 2. Oh my God, it's horrible. It is horrible. I was so looking forward to that when I heard about it last week. And I mean, that's what I think about that art. It's garbage. I don't know if anybody's seen them. I saw some guy, Suze, had tweeted about them, and some guy's like, oh, these are great, and that artist is great. They picked the perfect artist. No, I got it. It's garbage. Oh, this Steve Nash lot I bought. I mean, he had played for Obviously the Mavs, and there's a whole bunch of rookie cards in here. I think I got this for like $3 or $4. Like, you know, I turn around for $1 a card. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Whole bunch of rookies going on there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan at all. I mean, I'm excited about the set, so, I mean, I'm still going to grab them. But I'm definitely just not nearly as excited as I was when I first heard about them. More Jordans. Ah, I love that Skybox set. That's why I love Status. They reminded me of these first 2 years of Skybox. And then they made Status that T-Mall this year. And then on top of that, they changed it up and made it to the point that it looks more like Revolution, which I like Revolution, but we don't need 2 Revolution sets. Sorry if I'm missing anyone's comments. I am trying to look over there as often as I can. So if I ignore you, or if I don't respond, I'm not ignoring you. See, oh, hey, what's up? All the Jordans. All the Jordans. Not bad for less than $1 a piece. I think most, like I said, I think most of them were less than 50 cents a piece. I definitely was. I had heard some other people talking about, you know, with the Last Dance coming, and we were all, you know, COVID had started, and they're like, you know, these things are going to start moving. And it just made sense. I was like, yeah, that sounds right. These things are they're gonna step up a little. So I better, if I want them, get them now. It's another one of those Air Club for Men. Jason Williams. I just thought that name was awesome. Some Russ Davis for the Super Collection. Oh man, that one's got like white borders on 2 sides. Ugh. But I know I paid 18 cents for those, so whatever. Billy Sims was for TTM purposes. Same thing with these Tommy Greens. Same with Billy Sample. Russ Davis out of 99. Another one of those. Back to some Chucks, Jordans, Sean Kemp's. Well, I bought so many of those. TTMs. Honey, do you need me to let her out? I let her out before I started. Oh, Lola wants to go out. Sorry, guys. Doggies want to go out, or one of them does. Super shiny. Wonder if Mike's do it. I don't know if Mike's going to do the video for the Hall of Fame tonight. I feel like we can almost, we already know who's in there. So I would say congratulations, Egg. Brent, how are you doing today? Yeah, I mean, just all these Michael Jordan Pippins. Like I said, I mean, I just throw those in a box, you know, at the show for $1. Yes, there were some Rain Mans in there, and I don't know why I got that. I wonder if I thought he was with the Cavs in that one, since they were my team back then. Not 100% sure. But yeah, I did these over, you know, these, like I said, these were over. I purchased these over the course of, you know, more than 6 months, so it wasn't like I put a ton of money out at any one given time. But the first couple orders I did were actually pretty big. So Barkley, told you I love those Slamlands, so if they were 18 cents, I was just buying them all. I love Provisions, but man, that photograph is bad. It's almost as bad as those 2 WWE Tops Living. Almost. I know we saw one of those earlier. Sometimes you can't keep track of what all you're doing. I've got some of those already. I'm pretty sure I've seen enough votes for Egg that Egg is in. I think it's almost pretty straightforward. It seemed like there were just about 10 guys that were getting the most votes. I don't know what my percentage is, but somehow I managed to get 4 votes this year, doubling from last year. Electric Court there. I mean, those, you know, were only like 1 per pack. Total D and the Inside Out Jordans. Yeah, somehow I got 4 votes. Crazy. Although I love you guys. I love, I ain't gonna knock anyone that voted for me. I do appreciate it. All right. Making good time. I've only been doing this for 40 minutes. A bunch of good wins. Again, not gonna move real fast, but never hurts to have some Jordans in your show boxes. So all of these for pretty much for the rest of this box were from one guy. He was doing lots from like different sets, and it'd be like 5 cards, 8 cards, sometimes 20 cards. And I think I won almost every one of these for a quarter. So even though they weren't star players, there's some numbered cards, things like that. So there was something I was just like, there's another Rain Man for you, Brent. So I probably won all those for a quarter, and then it was probably a quarter to add it to my initial whatever $4 shipping. Did not realize until the last year that Dino Raja is in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Obviously not because of his NBA career. Tyrone Hill. I love those Cavs uniforms. Those are the best Cavs uniforms ever. Don't at me. I was doing good with the Twitter sales for a while, and I was thinking, this could be something I could just put them up there for a quarter a piece or something, but really slowed down. Just haven't sold anything in like the last week or so. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I did something wrong and people aren't seeing it. Maybe it's that because since I was in Twitter jail last week. Oh, man. Here you go, Bert. This one on top. You still in here? I see you on the front screen, so you may still be here. The old Stevie franchise. Set that aside for you. McDice. This was another one of my guys. So that year that he and Sir were rookies, I was buying so much basketball because I was a big fan of both of those. So these are those Platinum Players Clubs. If y'all were collecting around then, these things were tough to get. Ronnie Cycli, Bill Curley, Popeye Jones, Grant Long, Charles Outlaw, John Hot Rod Williams for the Cavs. This is also one of my favorite card designs ever, and that was one that went across all 4 sports and absolutely loved it. Rick Smits. Yeah, Twitter jail. I commented on there was a local 2 14-year-old kids murdered, an Uber Eats driver, a 31-year-old mother, and I replied that they need to be executed immediately, and we need to start setting an example, or this stuff's not going to end. And I'm guessing his mom or something saw it and reported me, and I ended up in Twitter jail for 12 hours. And as I said there, and I've said to a couple of y'all that I talked to, censorship's a slippery slope. I don't want to get, I'm not going to get political about it, but, you want to cheer that you're censoring some people, but what happens when, they start being able to just choose what they want? Early select prisms, no stars or anything like that, but again, I probably paid, with shipping, 50 cents for the lot. And then those, another 50 cents. These Fleer Brilliance blue parallels. McDice, love that one. It's a good looking one. Hardwood Leaders were cool, yeah. Anything that they do where they put the, the look of the court in the background, I think is fantastic. I mean, obviously, they could potentially overdo it, but so far they have not. Because, the blowback the Topps gets every time they use the 87 design. These were like bazooka something, some kind of inserts. Again, I'm paying 50 cents, and there was a Tim Duncan in there. So whatever. Bowman Chrome Refractors. Andrei Kirilenko. Man, I remember him being a stud, and then one day I looked up his stats one day in the last few months, and I was like, man, I really thought his numbers would have been a lot higher than they were. But all these Bowmans, these are all numbered to 499. I thought these foreign ones were kind of cool. Obviously, I got it He had listed the numbers. He didn't have them all photographed, but he had listed the numbers, so I looked a lot of them up. I want to say there was not a. I thought there was like a Kobe, or no, this one here. Iverson, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Amari Stoudemire. One of these, one of these four is not like the other. Noted being feisty outside. My little 20-pound dog that thinks she'll bark and bark and bark, but then when anything gets near, she just runs. These, again, not anything special. I mean, I think a lot of people just threw them away, but Kobe, I put that in a box. Somebody will pay $1 for that. Yeah, I'm flying through, guys, because I have been an hour already, or close to an hour. Though I am enjoying it. Aptitude for altitude. Another Stevie franchise for you there, Burke. Juan Dixon, didn't he go to Maryland too? Bonsai. Oh, that was probably, I think it was Bonzi, wasn't it? Bonzi Wells. Another Stevie franchise. I bought a lot of this because I believe this is the LeBron rookie, and I had bought so much of that stuff. Man, do I wish I had kept that instead of selling it for probably like the $10 or whatever that I did. No Limit white chocolate. Doesn't tell me. I was curious to see how many folks were in here. It doesn't even tell me, but I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. Let me move these real quick, and then I've got about a 500 count box that I bought from one dude, just full of, and I'm thinking it's a lot of Barclays. Juan is the greatest terp ever. I thought that was Boomer Esiason. Man down. Oh no, Scott, what is it? Scott McBride. He's the greatest terp ever. Yeah, I saw the annual subscription thing, but I didn't look into it. But I mean, if they're going to make you pay all that money up front, like if they want to prorate it somehow, I might be interested in doing that. But I ain't going to pay all that money up front because let's just be honest, y'all know that I don't stay focused, and I may get to, we may get to cards 30, and I'm just not interested in it anymore. So I don't know that I want to commit to that because, yeah, at least as it applies to cards, I have commitment issues. I have a lovely wife. I don't have a commitment issue there, but with cards, I got a little bit of a commitment issue. All right. Man, I'm getting a headache, a sinus headache again. Oh, sucks. All right. So this is what we got left. What is this, about a 500 count box, and it's taped up, and I did not have anything out. Ooh. There's my box cutter out. It's in here somewhere. Just build at the $10.99 per week. That's not, it's a $1 savings per week. That's not bad. It'll add up quickly. And then there's some weeks, like obviously on the first one, I'm probably going to order 3 of each of them. When certain guys come out, I'll buy more because I want to show his address. Holy crap on a cracker. Definitely packaged it well. Got the complete, yeah, oh man, I'm looking at these pages and it's like Williams, Barkley. 395 cards. So who's ready for 395 almost all basketball? Yeah, packaged real well. He had put a bunch of things on the top to cover that. You lack focus, Danielson. I do lack focus. Sorry, guys. Had to get a drink there. All right. Let's rock and roll. All that other stuff I had at least looked at so far because I was checking stuff in. I have not looked at this. I have honestly no recollection of what would be in here. Topps Chrome. I freaking love Topps Pristine. The first couple of years, the football specifically, I love that. So yeah, like 18 cents, I just bought all those. I'm like, one of them has to look pretty decent. Did I watch Big Bang Theory? Yes, I did. Not necessarily like on the weekly basis when it came out, but I would watch it because it was on. When I lived in Indianapolis, I had Uverse cable, and I would get like TBS East and TBS West. So if there was no sports or anything I was watching on, I would literally watch like the 3-hour block from the East, and then when it was over, the 3-hour block from the West would start, and I would just turn that on. So shiny. Oh yeah, Herm, no problem. For all of you that weren't in here when I started, Herman, who is 3B Collection there, and if you go to look for his channel, there's a space between the N and the underscore. I have no idea why you did that, Herman. That is super confusing, by the way, but I still love you. And he's got his live stream later, and Brad, Texas Card Dude, is a part of that. They do a weekly Monday stream. So feel free to go check that out. Sometimes I get in there, sometimes I don't. It's an interesting one. It's interesting because it's obviously the 84 Donruss design, but then it's got no border, so it's just super strange to me. I'm going to have a lot of fun going through these. Ooh, shiny. That's a good-looking card. A couple of those. Yeah, a lot of these I didn't know what the hell the card even looked like when I ordered them. I was just like, yeah, whoa. And there's Topps Chrome, way off center. But I think I've seen a couple of those in these other groups because it's Herman. Hello, Bobby. How are you this evening? Down to about 300 cards to go through, and I'm trying to fly through them. I don't know if it was still Fleer at this time or if they had somebody else had bought them out and was using the Fleer name by this point, but that's a nice looking design right there. I don't know how I end up with a Stromile Swift, but you'll have that. You're doing a 300 card order, I mean, you know, I don't honestly expect 100% perfection. I try to be realistic. And that might be different if I was paying $2 a card, but when I'm paying 18 cents a card. All right. Love that one. I love his cards where he's like, you know, making some awesome assist. There's a Noir autograph I really want from this year, Bobby Sura, because he's doing the same thing. He's doing one of those, like, you know, passes right back over his shoulder. But if y'all have no idea, if you're not looking for Jason Williams cards, you ought to go see what some of his rare stuff sells for. He has got one hell of a following, and they put out a lot of money on that stuff. So I am not going to have big stuff of him ever. So he's one where I guess I just focus on the quantity instead of the quality of cards in my collection. Hope all is well with you too. I'm doing all right. Not doing as many videos because life, but hoping to get back at it soon. Yeah, that one's got a lot of damage. Look at all that. I don't understand, though, if you're selling on Sportlots, how you don't notice that and just say, hey, you know what? This isn't a good card. Let me refund your money. But what are you going to do? Also, it would be awesome if they were in their same direction, but I guess I'm not thinking about people doing so shiny. People doing YouTube videos. Ugh. Sorry with Golden State. Blech. All right. Get down the nitty gritty and y'all can move on with your night. Sarah, gold medallion. Whole bunch of Bobby Sarah. Whole bunch of Jason Williams rookies right there. Gotta love that. Serves. Ooh, I'm talking a lot less. Yeah, I definitely am wearing down. Yeah, I mean, things happen, so I don't expect every card to come in mint, but there's just some times where it's like, come on, man, how did you not see that? I mean, I've sold enough cards over the years. Like, look, there's like all that snowing there. I've sold enough cards over the years, and I'm sure I've sent out some that weren't. Especially when you're selling, like, if I'm buying, oh, jeez, if I'm buying 400 cards off this guy, he's probably got, what, like a million cards listed or something? But, I don't expect, you're going to catch a scratch on the back or paper loss on the back, but they're snowing on the front. You would think you would catch that as you're either listing them or pulling them. But that's why, like I said, on a lot of these, that's why I bought what I did, and then the rest of these will just go into my, I got about 50,000 just common base cards I need to somehow get rid of. Keep hoping Brad will buy them off of me to sell on Sportlots, but we'll see. I'm waiting on you, Brad. Catalyst. Showstoppers. I don't know anybody else other than whoever made that card called Bob Sura a showstopper, but what are you going to do? Old school SPX. SPX used to be so awesome. Now it's just, I guess they've only got, hockey now? They had the college football license up until a couple years ago, and it was just a boring base card. Yes, Sportlots, buy these 50,000 cards off me, brother. And honestly, I'd like to get rid of more, so I've got some of the other stuff too. Wouldn't mind getting rid of. I love this design. It's one of my, I've probably said this 7 times tonight, but this is definitely one of my favorite designs. And again, I love that it went across all 4 sports. I miss that. I hate these exclusive licenses. Charles Barkley gold set redemption. A whole bunch of the silver sets. Ooh, shiny on the electric court. So again, just, anybody that since I probably haven't said it in 15 minutes, just I appreciate anyone that poked their head in. I'm going to start trying to do some more live streams. So if you want to set up the notifications or whatever, because I get the mobile notifications on some guys that do streams more often. For y'all that don't really do the streams, I'm not going to set up the notifications because I go through multiple times a day and I add, everybody that I'm subscribed to, I just add their stuff to a watch later, and I do, and I watch it later, and I listen a lot while I'm at work, and then some of y'all don't know, because you're not on Twitter, but I share your stuff on Twitter. If I like what you're doing and I'm enjoying watching your videos, I'm sharing them on Twitter, and I have an account. I have a personal account, but I have an account that's dedicated to the cards, and on that one, I have 6,000 followers, and honestly, I think most of it's legit. I'm sure there's a few hundred that are spam bots or, women trying to get me to subscribe to their OnlyFans, but most of it I think is legit. So, I don't think it's getting y'all a ton of extra views, but hopefully every once in a while. And it's one thing too, on your thumbnail, if you can do a more impressive thumbnail, which I'm preaching the choir because I don't, or, your titles are like strong titles and not super long, because a lot of the titles, when I go to pull them over to Twitter, you just get the ... It cuts off at however many characters, and you get the ... But yeah, I do share, like I said, I share a lot of y'all's videos on the Twitter, and you don't even know it. Oh man, look at that. Seriously. How do you sell a card like that? That should embarrass a seller. I mean, I know that you can put different conditions, and maybe he did put that it's like excellent, but if it's not what I think is meant, if somebody's going to look at it and go, I don't want to sell it. That's why I would never, when I was selling on there, I wouldn't sell vintage unless they, pretty much look packed fresh. I mean, if they were off center, there's only so much you can do about that. Look at this one. This one's like faded. The one in the back, I guess it's not picking up. But the color on this is, you see it there? Difference in the color on those. But again, it is what it is, and I take it for what it's worth. And you get what you pay for at 18 cents. So I'm not gonna badmouth the site because in general, 99% of stuff comes in, pretty good. So this is a TTM. This is the first Major League Baseball player I met. He signed at a card show in my hometown. He's actually from Uniontown, PA, which is about 45 minutes up the road. He was an outfielder, but I love this because he's pitching. He signs through the mail. He signed for me before, and I want to get a few of these signed just because I love that. Why am I talking to you, Herman? Did I do something? What did I say? Who knows? I got a big mouth. All right, this is the last little handful here, and then I will leave y'all alone for the evening. Now with Suns. There he is with the Suns. I remember these cards. So they've got this. Can you see the team names in gold foil? And other than the 92 Topps gold cards, those were the first cards I'd ever seen foil, and I thought those were worth something because they had gold on them. I was wrong. I also thought on the 92 Topps gold, the winner cards were going to be worth more than the ones that didn't say winner because they had more gold on them. And that's what 13-year-old me thought. Not bad thumbnails. I mean, I don't even do thumbnails. I need to take a lesson from George or somebody that's doing them, but I'm also lazy. I just like to get the video up. I figure if y'all want to watch, you're probably not going to watch just because of a thumbnail. So, wow, is that a horrible print job? Does that card look like it's like a 3D? Oh, it does say right there. I guess if you have a 3D glasses, it looks a lot better. Have a good evening, Bobby. And I guess at this point I can say everyone else, y'all have a good evening, because that was it. And that was my big, I don't know, it's got to be well over 1,000 card Sportlots order. So if you haven't yet, I mean, if you like collecting low-end stuff, it's definitely worth it. It takes some time. You need to, you want to find sellers that have a lot of the cards you want to, maximize, well, I guess maybe the word is minimize the shipping. I was trying to say maximize your profit, I guess, but that's not really what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's what I got. Yeah, you do need 3D glasses. They were included in the packs. Well, I ain't got no 3D glasses, so yeah, I barely caught that, but I was just like, man, that looks really blurry. But man, back then 3D stuff was super cool. So I'm gonna hop off here. I appreciate, thumbs ups are awesome. I appreciate it, guys. Everyone have a great evening. If you need anything or you just want to leave messages, you know how to get a hold of me. But other than that, I'm heading out.